Hello and welcome to Around the Mountain today. Today we have a special guest. We have Adam Mikesell with HomeSmart Premier here. He's been a member of the South Mountain and Laveen Chamber of Commerce for several years now, and we are so happy to have him as our first guest on our podcast. Welcome, Adam.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. And so, we're going to just ask him. This is an interview. We're not going to interrogate him, but we just want to know more about his business, what he does with the community, why he likes being a part of the chamber, and so much more. And I'm sure he can tell us about the growth, I'm excited to hear about the residential properties and commercial developments that are coming here. I'm sure he has all those insights. So again, so happy. So AJ, do you have the question?
I think let's just
maybe let's have him introduce himself personally. Tell us about yourself.
All right. So I live in Laveen, and I've got into real estate 3 years ago. I'm a solo residential real estate agent. I like to do resale and also new construction.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about some of the value that you provide to your clients, in a market like today that might be a little more difficult, and the relationships that you've built with them as well.
Yeah, so one of the reasons that I like to be a solo agent is that I have like a lot of hands-on engagement, one-on-ones with my clients, and I can do a lot of the research of whatever area. I love Laveen. I talk a lot about Laveen. But, I do have extensive knowledge in Laveen, but, I can do the research and I have the resources to, wherever my clients are looking to move, that I can provide a lot of value when it comes to wherever they're considering moving.
Love it. So tell us a little bit, what inspired you to, get into the realtor space and wanting to add value in that way?
So usually with most businesses, you either you see a hole and you can fill that gap, or you see like an inefficiency or something bad, and you want to do better and fill that gap. So I had a bad experience with my first home. My agent wasn't very, communicated. He didn't communicate with me very much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if he can do it, I can do it, and I can do it a lot better.
Yeah.
So I really work hard to, actually provide and support my clients and provide them with the best service possible.
Yeah, customer service is definitely key, and it's hard to get, not even just from this new generation, but it's even hard for adults to communicate, and that is so important. And you do it so well. And so I've heard nothing but great things about your services. So I'm very proud to sit next to you and you being a member of the chamber. So what else have you done in the community? I've seen your face on some of the schools. So tell us what that's about.
Yeah, so I'm super hands-on. So starting as a newer agent, I started 3 years ago, and I'm a solo agent, so I'm not part of the team. So I do have a lot of free time. So my goal is to fill my calendar as much as I can, and that's either with clients or work, or it's volunteering in the community. So I do a lot of volunteering, from classroom to school events to district events, and even other nonprofit organizations. So I actually got a phone call today from my kid's principal, and they're going to recognize me in April as a Laveen Legend for all of the work I've done.
That's big time.
Yeah,
that is big time. Well, that is amazing. Well, we're the chamber will be at Laveen Legends as well, and that's April 30th.
Yes.
And so we'll be very happy to cheer you on as you get your award.
Yeah, awesome.
That is super awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's big time. I think something along my journey has been, learning from people who have done things before me. Are there any mentors or any people that you would want to highlight that have kind of guided your path and given you insight into some things that you probably didn't know before?
Actually, I don't have a whole lot of, people to highlight as far as like mentorship, other than the people in the chamber.
Okay.
The biggest thing for me is to lead by example, and there's a lot of leaders in the chamber, and I just follow their example. So I just have the same work ethic. I work really hard at whatever it is that I do. Again, being a solo agent, I don't have, that mentor to tell me, hey, do this, do this, do this. I'm just doing everything I can. I'm doing it with integrity. I'm working really, really hard. And, I wouldn't say I'm a success story, but this is part of my journey. And
Yes.
I'm working hard and I'm providing the best possible service that I can. And, I'm also trying to lead by example as well.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, man. I mean, the realtor space, it can be very challenging when, you can't control all the market conditions and things like that. What are some of the problems that you've overcome for some of your clients in a day like today?
So I think that, when you get, actually have a client and you can sit down and you can hear out what their problems are or what they're looking for. I think being able to hear them and have that one-on-one conversation, then that really, gives you an opportunity to know, okay, well, what is their issue, what they're looking for, what are their expectations, and what can I do to fix those? So as an agent, they tell you got to be the source of the source, and you got to have a solution for everything, or you find a solution for them. So I've done everything from manufactured home, condo, new build, new construction, and even resale homes. So the little short period of time that I've been in the real estate space, I've experienced a lot, and I've helped a lot of clients. When it comes to, okay, well, what's a good area for me to, commute, or they talk about schools, so I'll give them all the resources to do the work themselves. Because in real estate they say it's your home, your research. So, but I just give them the tools that they need to find what fits their family.
Love it. Love it. I mean, staying kind of keeping your pulse on the market today, what trends are you seeing as far as, and I don't want to put you fully on the spot, but, what trends are you seeing as far as home pricing and interest rates and concessions that are being offered today?
Yeah, so for resale, if you live in an area that's close to new construction, then they have to compete with new construction, and that's kind of hard because new construction gives you, they can give you a lot of incentives like covering your closing costs. And then also giving you an interest rate buy down. And who doesn't want that if they're buying a home? So, resale, if you're reselling your home in that area, it's pretty tough. But outside of that, there's some markets that don't change. The high-end, luxury markets, those don't really change much, because they don't care about interest rate.
Cash
But,
offers,
so, but aside from that, that's one of the things I like to do is when I get in front of a client and they say, well, the interest rate's this or interest rate's that, but they tell me, okay, well, I want to wait for interest rates to go down. But then I'm like, okay, I use this kind of scale where, okay, well, right now the purchase price is the lowest it's probably going to be. So if interest rates go down, then the market's going to go crazy.
Right. And you can always finance.
Yep. So that's what I tell them. You want to buy at the lowest purchase price because you can fix the interest rate later when it goes down. But if you buy at the highest purchase price at a low interest rate, there's nothing you can do.
That's right.
So that's one of the things I like to, I usually, when I have a client that brings up interest rate, that's usually what I tell them.
Okay. Well, no pun intended, around the mountain. So how valuable is it when you live next to a mountain in real estate?
It's actually, I really love it. Just being a resident as well. Now that we have that 202, that really provides us access to everywhere around town that we want to be.
Yeah.
So, with Laveen, we have everything going west, and we have the 202 going back to Ahwatukee, Chandler. So, I have seen a trend where there's people that like Ahwatukee and Chandler, but they can't afford to live there. So they settle on Laveen because you have that 202 that provides a lot, that direct access to those areas.
Well, I'm confident I made a good investment. I'm glad I live there.
Yes,
Definitely,
same here. Same
It's
here.
all upside from here.
Yeah.
Love it, love it. Yeah, well, we appreciate you spending some time with us. What's next for you? We love you being a part of the chamber. We're grateful for all the value that you add and, building relationships with people, providing information. What's next for you the next 5 years?
So hopefully I'll be able to, continue growing as an agent, grow my, clientele, grow in that space, but also continue contributing, contributing to the chamber, contributing to the community. Going back to you said you see me on the schools.
Yes.
So there's multiple schools that I help out, and I help them with sports equipment or T-shirts for the parades and stuff like that. The National Junior Honor Society and our school. So I love having that opportunity. Aside from that, I mean, I really believe in the work-life balance, and I have two kids in elementary, and everything that they have going on, I'm just right there with them. So for me, just to continue this, you know, like I literally feel like I'm living the dream right now. Like, you know, highly involved with my kids, and I can still work and, you know, bring in an income, and I just keep growing in that matter. Just, you know, keep helping support my community, provide for my family, and being a resource, and also helping others, you know, grow their business and grow themselves professionally.
Love it, love it. I mean, these are the people that we want to attract to our chamber, members of the community that are selfless, that are doing things for others, and we realize the power in that. So very excited to spend some time with you today. Did you have any closing questions or anything like that?
No, but I think that Adam should give him his website. How they can contact you.
Yeah. So my website is listinglaveen.com. So actually, you know, I'm all in Laveen, in my area. You know, South Mountain as well. Like my family's lived in South Mountain for many, many years, and I've been in Laveen since 2008, if I haven't already said that. But yeah, so listinglaveen.com is my website.
All right. Well, thank you. That is it for Around the Mountain. I'll catch us next time. Bye-bye.
All right.